Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if it's your first time. Thank you so much for stopping by. I wanted to kind of go over a few things. I thought I would start. I've got a few videos I think that I want to make, so I just wanted to make this one really quick. Nothing big and extraordinary, just kind of wanted to touch base on a couple of things that I probably have talked about recently, and I need to go make my coffee soon. So I thought, you know what, I did a video where I talked about my PJS Coffee and some keto stuff and stuff like that. So I just wanted to touch base on that really quickly this morning before I go make my pot of coffee. So I talked about, I had picked up a bag of the Bananas Foster. And if you're like me, at all, one, if you love coffee, it may have intrigued you, the thought of Bananas Foster. Love that dessert. But you know, my other thought, I didn't pick it up right away when it first came out because I thought, I don't know, banana flavored coffee, that just sounded kind of weird to me. But I gave in, I picked up the bag, showed it to you in my last video. I did open it up, and I did, like I mentioned in that video, after I pour the grinder, I call it the hopper, right, where you pour the whole beans in the hopper. I think it says it'll hold 3/4 pound of beans. I don't like to put that much in there because I don't necessarily want to use that much at one time. I want to be able to maybe switch around and have a different cup of coffee after, 4 or 5 days kind of thing. So I don't like to put too much in there. So I did pour some Bananas Foster in there. And then I talked about how I like to use, excuse me, I like to use my seal-a-meal, whatever those things are called, to seal the rest of the beans so that they stay fresh for longer. So here's my I think I ended up with 3 bags extra of PJ's Banana Foster. So here it is, all sealed up nice and tight, ready to go for the next time I want to use it, which will probably be soon. The hopper just got emptied yesterday, and it had in it the English toffee. That's another really nice one. I find that one more mild. It gives it a nice flavor, especially if I mix it with other coffee. Gives it a nice flavor, but it's not a very pronounced flavor. I don't feel like, oh gosh, that's a toffee kind of flavor. No, I just find that it gives the coffee a nice flavor. And then I think what I'm going to open up today, one of my bags that I had already sealed, and this is one of my old Food Saver bags. I buy the other ones, like this one I had gotten off of Amazon, the pint-sized bags. They weren't that expensive. I think I got like 200 of them for maybe $11. So, I mean, they're going to last me a long time. But this is one of the original Food Saver bags that I had for my little machine. And this was one that I had put in here of Southern Wedding Cake, which I had turned Diane on to, and now she's hooked on the Southern Wedding Cake. It is a very, very good flavor. If you think of a wedding cake, right, that almond flavor, like a petit four, oh my gosh. This is one that does really well, whether you brew it, whether you do a pour over or the drip, however you want to do hot. And I also have I say machine, but it's just pieces, parts kind of thing, the contraption for making cold brew, right? So I like iced coffee, and you really need to do it cold brew to not have the acidity that you can get from doing warm. Like, you don't want to brew it hot and then just put ice over it. I mean, you can, but if you want the better flavor, you want to actually do it the cold brew method. So Southern Wedding Cake is kind of like, for me, is kind of like the Southern Pecan. I can do this one and not put anything in it, and it tastes delicious. This one you definitely get the pronounced flavor from. So I'm thinking about doing Southern Wedding Cake today. So and I put on my PJ's tie-dye shirt that I got. I still think Larry would fit in this just fine, but I'm wearing it first. So this is my PJ's shirt. Talked about the coffees that I'm going to brew. And then I just wanted to touch base really quickly on some wax, right? Because that's basically what my channel is about. And I wanted to say that I did warm 2 of the bars from the Open Plains collection. The first one I did was the Under the Oak Tree, which was my least favorite on cold sniff. I did it in the sunroom. I could not smell it at first. And I did the whole bar. I had to get like up on top of the warmer to smell it. And I found that later on, after I turned off the air conditioner and the fans, then it kind of started permeating in the room, and my husband and I were like, okay, now I can kind of smell it. But it took a long time, and it was probably my fault because I had the air conditioner on and I had fans on because it's still pretty warm out here. I think it's supposed to be, the mornings are nice. Like the morning right now is supposed to be like 53, but it's supposed to get up to 81. So I might as well stick to the short sleeves. So the air conditioner has been running, not a lot, but it's, it caused an effect, I think, on that particular bar. So I find it to be a low medium. At least that's what I got from it on the day that I did it. Now, yesterday in the dining room, I decided to do Counting the Stars, which is the one with the strawberry. I have said before, I'm not huge into strawberry scents. It has to be like just perfect, just the right strawberry for me to really like it. Well, that one was not really the right strawberry for me. That's the first thing I'm going to say about it. It wasn't the right strawberry for me. And the strawberry was very, very pronounced. That one I did in the dining room. I put like 1 cube in many of the warmers. I might have put 2 in one of them. I didn't even turn all of them on because I wouldn't have had enough cubes without opening up a second bar, and I didn't want to do that. So just that 1 bar in the dining room, of course, it's a full bar. It was strong. It was throwing very, very well. I could smell it a lot. And maybe because I didn't like the strawberry, maybe that made it more pronounced for me. I don't know. But I found it to throw really, really well. So if you like the scent, it threw really, really well. I found the strawberry to be... On warm, I found the strawberry to be slightly stronger than the leather. It didn't clash, but it didn't meld well for me. And because I didn't really like the strawberry, I wasn't too crazy about it. I thought it did really well. I thought it performed really well. It just wasn't. I think if the strawberry had been lighter, or I don't know, something else to kind of smooth it out a little bit, the strawberry, or maybe use a different fruit. I don't know. Somebody else might think, oh, I love strawberry and they like it. So maybe, but wasn't so much my thing. So I still have 2 more to go to try out. And I don't know, I might wait till the weekend to do those, but I wanted to get this video up really quickly, just a little short thing. Oh, and I did want to say, Megan, thank you so much for going to purchase some PJs. I wasn't really like trying to push anybody to try it, but at the same time, I think it's great. I think PJ's Coffee is wonderful. And it's kind of like wax. I love to share my love of wax, and I wanted to share my love of PJs. I think it's great. And Megan, my friend who watches, she's into the wax community also. She also purchased Bananas Foster, and she sent me a message last night that they brewed some, and her husband Jesse wanted to try it. She was going to wait until this morning, so I haven't heard yet from Megan whether or not she really liked it. Although I think she said she took a sip of his, I think. But Jessie thought it was smooth, which I do too. I think it's got this smooth flavor, and the bananas is kind of subtle. It's like when you bring the cup up to your mouth, you can smell it, right? Because your nose is right there. You could smell the bananas Foster, and so you get that whiff of the banana, and then you get the flavor, but it doesn't overpower the coffee, and it doesn't clash. It's really, really good. So I'm really, really happy that Jesse liked it, and I hope that you love it too. I kind of think you said you tasted it. I'm so confused now. Anyways, like I said, Diane loves the Southern Wedding Cake, and I know Jesse liked the Bananas Foster. Hopefully some of you other people that love coffee might give it a try, or tell me some coffees that you love. Being from Louisiana, PJ's was probably my favorite, followed by CC's, which is community coffee, and then Starbucks, which Starbucks is everywhere, but I always felt like PJ's was my coffee house, and then, like I said, and then CC's. So I'm really enjoying it. I hope that if you decide to give it a try, that you'll let me know what your thoughts were, what you picked up, and I don't know, I just wanted to share that with you and show you my PJ's shirt. I love my tie-dye shirt. I think it's cool looking. So anyways, I have another video to make. My order came in from Scentsy with all my stuff from the order that I placed on October 1st with holiday things. So I'm going to go brew my pot of coffee, and then I'm going to come back and do this video. So I'll talk to you in just a minute. Thanks for joining me. Talk to you later. Bye.